Hi guys, yeah, welcome back to my channel. I'm very happy to present you a new video within like short days, within a couple of days. And yeah, I'm just gonna say I made a vintage dress for one of my dolls, and then decided to do also the same one, just another color for my other doll, because I think they look pretty good. They turned out really well. I was surprised. Yeah, and she looks yeah, she looks super cute. So it's the dress and this white apron, and in the video I have like step to step how like tutorial how I made this, and I hope you have fun watching this. And I'm just gonna have like little close up to the other dress too, and at the end of the video I tried to make like a short video, just a close up of the dolls and the dresses. And yeah, yeah, I just can say they turn out pretty well, and they look super cute, and kind of proud of it. next video I'm gonna make a tutorial of how to do your own patterns. So yeah, I hope you stay updated and stay safe guys, and take it easy, and I see you soon. Bye bye. So on the right side, ignore the left side, is the actual sketch I made for this vintage dress. Sometimes it's just good to have like a little sketch. Usually I have like lots in my head, but yeah, to have like a visual sketch is always sometimes good. Yeah, so, and this is just the fabric I use. It's cotton, by the way. I'm not sure if you can see this, but I already prepared a little bit. I usually do this at the beginning of my video, so you can see this was my pattern, and I already drew on the fabric. So yeah, one part is for the front, and there's two parts for the back. So right now I have one of the back parts in my hands. The reason why there are two pieces is because I want to create this pleat. Yeah, so after I pin it together, it's ready to sew. So when this is done, yeah, the back piece looks like an actual shirt, or yeah, like a real dress. Alright, yeah, so here you can see that I'm cutting out some space for the neck, and the next step will be that I'm pin this together, and I will sew the shoulders. When that part is done, I'm gonna get my fabric again, and you can see that I'm folding it because now it's time to do the sleeves. And to do the sleeves, I always fold the fabric, and I lay down the shoulders, and I'm just gonna draw on the fabric, and yeah, gonna measure it again if it all fits, and then it's ready to cut it out. So of course I need 2 sleeves. So the one I already have, I laid down on the fabric. I'm gonna draw around it, and I'm just gonna use the scissors and I will cut. So you can see that the next step will be to attach the sleeves onto the shirt piece. So what I always do, I'm gonna pre-sew the sleeves onto the shoulders. It just makes everything much more easier for me. And after that I'm gonna use my sewing machine, so everything is just more stable and it's not ripping apart or anything. So yeah, it's looking more and more like a shirt. So the next step will be to sew the sides. I'm gonna use my pins and just secure it so I know where to sew, and yeah, that's pretty much it. Looking pretty good until here, and you can see that I'm creating an opening for the buttons later. So here comes my favorite part. I'm just gonna cut out like a big rectangle piece of the fabric, and this will be the actual dress to the shirt. This is also one of the most favorite parts of sewing. The fabric is underneath the sewing machine, and I'm gonna sew. I'm gonna stop it, and then I push the fabric with the scissors so it creates wrinkles, and then I continue sewing again. I stop, use my scissors again and push again so it creates lots of wrinkles, and yeah. So now that's the part I want to create a nice finish for, the part where the buttons will be later. So first I have like a long piece of fabric. I'm gonna sew it, yeah, to one of the sides where the button will be. When that's done, I'm gonna flip the fabric over, secure with the pins, and I'm gonna sew it again. So that looks actually pretty good, and later I can use that and sew their real buttons and fake buttons. So now we have come to a more tricky part. I'm gonna prepare here in the video a piece for the color. Well, it's actually two pieces, and is this like a link, or do you call it bridge between the actual color and the dress? I'm not sure how you call that. So this guy here is the actual color, and what I'm gonna do now, I'm gonna put it under the sewing machine, I'm gonna sew it, I'm gonna flip it, and then I'm gonna sew it again. And when that's done, after that, I'm take one piece from the bridge and I'm gonna attach it to the collar and I'm gonna sew it. And the same thing I'm gonna do with the other piece from the bridge. I just sew it onto the other side from the collar. And then, when everything is on the right side, everything is sewed perfectly, it's gonna look like this, and I can attach it to the dress. Can be very struggling even for MSD size, but take your time, you have it. And yeah, so just gonna sew the other side onto the dress. Whoopity hoo, and it's done. That's all for the dress. Looking good. And now we have come to do the apron. So I have a big piece of white fabric here and I already prepared a little bit. You can already see that I'm cutting out, yeah, the top part from the apron. And the next step will be, I'm just gonna sew it, and I have to leave the bottom part open, and then I'm gonna flip it, and here I gonna sew it again so it just looks more, yeah, it looks more nice and neat and more professional. So when this is done, you already have seen I have it front part and the back part, and now I'm gonna do the bottom part for the apron, and it's gonna give it like a nice finish on the bottom so it's not gonna fray. Alright, yeah, the shoulders are already together, and I ironed the fabric so it looks way better, and now I'm gonna attach it both together and it's ready to sew. And again, I'm gonna stop the sewing machine, I'm gonna push the fabric, and then I'm gonna continue sewing. Yeah, that's all. And here you can see I'm gonna sew the sides by hand. It's just easier, I have a little bit more control, and I'm not gonna sew like the whole side to the bottom. Yeah, I'm gonna leave it open, and yeah. So now you can see it's pretty much done. This is the dress, this is the apron. I'm just gonna iron it to have all the wrinkles to the bottom, and looks pretty good.